Hello and welcome to episode 243 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable sales advice. It's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. And I can really feel myself falling back on my game show host, radio host voice. So apologies about that. I'm really trying to stop that from happening, but sometimes when I record a few of these in a session, I get all welcome back to the Daily Sales Message. So apologies for that. I'm trying to stay. Worst thing I want to do in my business is become somebody who believes their own hype or becomes inauthentic in any way. And I can kind of feel that creeping in. So I'm going to keep calling myself out on that as it happens because, yeah, it's only going to be a slippery slope from there. Right, back to today's episode. We're talking about this notion of name it, don't explain it. Syllables are expensive. It's one of my sayings, one of my aphorisms. Syllables are expensive. The longer it takes you to explain something to somebody, the harder it is for them to understand or connect with it. They might lose interest. They might forget, whatever. Syllables are expensive. Explanations are expensive. Just how can we explain things in the simplest way possible using the most efficient use of language and words and syllable count, etc. One of the best ways I've found to do this is this notion which I call name it, don't explain it. Name it, don't explain it. And I'll give you an example. There's a company in the UK called Hotel Chocolat. I don't know if they exist anywhere else in the world. Maybe they do. But they're here in the UK. Hotel Chocolat, which is just chocolate without the E on the end. Sounds posh though, doesn't it? And they have so in the UK we have ice cream vans. So vans that are dedicated to driving around serving ice cream to people. Lovely. These guys have created an ice cream van vehicle that drives around and serves hot chocolate to people and chocolate related items. Now, they could try and explain it like I just did then, using lots of different words and saying it's like an ice cream van, but it serves chocolate and hot chocolate, blah, blah, blah. They could do that. Or what they've actually done is they've called it the Chocmobile. It's the Chocmobile. So in a simple word, and that is a portmanteau, that word. So it's the first bit of the word chocolate, and the last bit, and just the word mobile, because mobile means a vehicle. So Chocmobile, chocolate-mobile, Chocmobile. There we go. That is a more efficient way of explaining this vehicle by giving it a name, a moniker, than actually explaining explicitly what it does. Because if I tell you that I have a van, it's called a Chocmobile, and you guess at what you think you can buy there, you're probably going to guess you can buy chocolate there, and yeah, you'd be correct. Chocmobile in 3 syllables, technically just one word, a lot simpler than, well, it's like an ice cream van, but it serves hot chocolate and blah, blah, blah. So the moral of the story today is in your own business, and I must admit these things are designed to be practical, these podcast episodes, but this one takes a little bit more creativity and thought. I can't templatize this for every single person listening to this, but you need to think about, can you name things within your business, whether it's processes, vehicles, equipment, feelings, situations. If there's something that takes you a little while to explain, but it's pretty much used in everyday in the everyday of your business, product or service, can you name it? Can you name it? Because if you could name it and you don't need to explain it, it's just a more efficient way of communicating. We can get to the point faster, just like the Chocmobile. Right, now I really want some chocolate and a hot chocolate, which is exciting. So I'm going to go and do that. In the meantime, tomorrow, episode 244, we're talking about creating a particular guide for your buyers. The clue is in the name there, the clue. A particular guide for your buyers. We'll talk about that tomorrow in episode 244. Of the Daily Sales Message. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hop on over to LinkedIn and connect with me there. You'll find me, James Newell, Clear Sales Message. I pretty much live on LinkedIn, post there every single day. That's the best place to find me, best place to connect and send DMs and interact with me. If you want to tell me what you like about the Daily Sales Message podcast, if there's anything you don't like, then please don't feel the need to connect with me at all. That's absolutely fine. Right, thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you tomorrow for hopefully a less game show host, radio host edition of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast.